Hello and welcome to another edition of Sports Check on Ghana Web TV. My name is Perez Ezwakwa, and today we are having a chat with Abeiku Jackson of the national swimming team. He just earned himself a scholarship from FINA, so we are having an interaction with him on how big of a motivation, a move this is for his career to become one of the top swimmers in the world. This is Sports Check, and my name is Perez Ezwakwa. We'll be back after this break. Welcome back from the break. Abeiku Jackson is my guest. Abeiku, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you to your listeners.
This is quite huge for you. You know, how definite, how big is this to your career?
This is a great opportunity for me, achieving the scholarship from FINA. It exposes me out there to train with the best of athletes, to also qualify for the Olympics.
How did you get the information? What was the process? Where were you when you heard the news that you've been, selected or won this particular scholarship?
Early in July, we applied for the scholarship. We got our response in October. We were able to achieve the scholarship, and I was very much happy. I was happy. I told my coaches they were happy. Everyone was happy for me. I was happy for myself most especially. Getting this scholarship means a lot to me, especially in this time where we are suffering from the virus. Being able to get exposed out there and train with the best of athletes makes me very happy, especially knowing earlier last year I was out of training for about 5 months. Coming back in August to start training and to be able to achieve the scholarship makes me happy because I know I'm going out there to train more.
And now you spoke about the COVID. I mean, all over the world, everyone has been impacted. But personally, how has your career been, affected by the coronavirus?
Coronavirus has been a pain to all of us. Starting earlier last year, we had the Zone 2 Championship in March. Being able to set a record at the Zone 2 Championship, going forward to trying to qualify in South Africa, which was not able to come on due to the coronavirus outbreak. Moving on to the Olympics being postponed, and further to no training at all, and to getting back. It's been a long journey. I look at the good side of it. I think we can always hit back harder when there's some downfalls, and I think that we can bring the best of ourselves after this outbreak that caused so much for us. We continue to train and continue to put our faith in God that the outbreak of the virus will be reduced and we'll be able to get back to our normal lives.
We went through some phases, pre-lockdown, lockdown, and post-lockdown. Now we are even back to some of the restrictions. How were you training within those periods, especially during the lockdown period?
During the lockdown, I was training from home. I was able to set up a gym for myself. Had a treadmill, had my skipping ropes, had some equipment to keep me fit at least, so that by the time that the lockdown was no more, I can get back and still be at least fit enough to start training slowly. Then the lockdown was raised, and we were able to at least get some training in. It was not as much as we used to before, but I would say in a week we could at least train 4 times, which was good enough. So we're slowly progressing, slowly getting back into training.
Now let's come back to Kazan and what you're going to do over there. The Olympic Games, from the last meeting by the IOC, is going to come on as scheduled. What are your plans? Do you plan to qualify, and what are your objectives?
My main objective is to qualify. It's been my main objective since last year March, and it's still my main objective. Is to qualify for the Olympics and to go out there to represent my country and to raise the flag high.
To achieve your objective, what are you going to do when you go outside? What are you going to do to make sure that you enhance your chances of participating in the Olympics?
Basically, what we've done here in Ghana, especially with my coaches, has brought me up to this level. And taking their coaching and their practices and their lessons, I'm going out there to improve on it, to use what I've learned, and to become a better person.
You mentioned your coach earlier. Your father has been a huge inspirational figure in your success story. What would you say about him?
He's a man of great things. He's not just my father, he's a coach. He's supported me financially, and he's been with me throughout since 2005. He's been with me, he's been my coach since 2005. We've had some up and downs, but we've moved forward. And sometimes we succeed in what we do, sometimes we're not, but the main aim is to keep moving forward. And I would like to say thank you to him, especially.
You, aside your coach, the Ghana Swimming Association has also been instrumental, but from the comments by the president of the Swimming Association, the support from the government isn't that encouraging. As an athlete, are you a bit disappointed? Do you sometimes feel downhearted that you are trying your best for the nation, but the country seems not to appreciate what you're doing for the country?
For me, that's not my focus. My focus is to train. I leave that to the association to deal with it. For me, I don't allow this to interrupt with my training or any sort of means. So there are some downfalls, that's true, but for me, it's all about training and giving my best for my country. If I don't get support or I get support, it's still about training. It's still about putting the work out there, because it's not just for my country, it's also for myself.
You're going out there and you're going to school and also focus on your career. How are you going to combine the two? Because it's not an easy task. There are people who I work in school at the same time. It's not something that is easy to navigate. How are you going to combine the two?
The good thing is, before I left, I was able to do both at the same time in high school. And in high school, I was able to go for training in the morning and still training in the morning and still go to school, finish school and still go back to training. So for me, it's more like a routine now. So luckily for me, I've been doing this for the past 15 years. So I think it's more about your mindset. It's more about tuning your mind to what you do. If you're able to put your mind to it and discipline yourself, it wouldn't be easy, but you get through it.
All right, so this is Sports Check, and Abeiku Jackson is my guest today. So far, we've touched on a variety of issues. We are going for a short break. I will be back.
We table issues relating to the arts and entertainment for a riveting discussion, of course, without fear nor favor.
The question the presenter asked them was a dumb question. You need to speak the fact and move.
Varied views. We agree to disagree.
So I would disagree with everything you said. I think that he's a smart guy. I think what he did.
No, but I also said he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
I guess that I'm waiting for the what next.
Yeah, I don't think that we have to wait for what next.
It sometimes gets confrontational, but that's the beauty of the game.
Today you deny funny face. It's not my brother. Today you deny funny face. I don't know him. You don't know funny face. It's not my brother. You don't know funny face.
It's a package. We meet, we sit, we dialogue, we learn, we progress. My name is Benefo Huabin Abrantepa, a proud blogger, and this is my forum.
Well, welcome back from this break. It's Sports Check with me, Perez as well. We are speaking to Abeiku Jackson, the captain of the national swimming team, who just earned himself a scholarship from FINA. Welcome back, Abeiku. In our parts of the world, maybe swimming isn't as lucrative as perhaps you would have in other countries. How do you feel about that? That here we don't seem to appreciate your work or your craft like others do. How do you feel about it?
First of all, I think swimming is a life insurance first. I think everybody needs to learn how to swim. First, the life insurance. It's an insurance policy because you never know what might happen wherever you are. Then secondly, if anybody wants to take it internationally or competitively, that's up to them. But it's not an easy task, I'll tell you. It's a really hard task. You have to put your mind to it. But firstly, I think it's more of insurance policy. Because imagine if your friend is in need at that crucial moment and you can't swim. how do you able to help your friend in need? So first I'll say insurance policy. Secondly, competitively. If you want to take it competitively, that's up to you. But I think if you want to, you need discipline, attitude, and mindset.
You've made, swimming has made progress in this country from where you started to now. Are you confident that a time will come when you will start making some good money from swimming in Ghana?
Yeah, I'm very certain. Looking at how far we've come from one team to over 15 teams in Ghana right now, with over more than 200 swimmers. It's a journey. We came from, I remember when we started, it was just a few of us. And now we've been able to encourage more swimmers into the country and to bring them together to compete.
I have basically one or two questions left for us to wrap up this interview. But, looking at how swimming is in Ghana here, would you ever consider naturalizing for any other country, or for you, you're a Ghanaian and you're going to be Ghanaian for life?
No. I like my country. My country has been good to me. I'm a citizen of this country and I stick to being a Ghanaian.
What would you say to those in authority, with regards to funding and maybe companies and the government? What would you say in regards to support and funding for swimming in their country?
I think they should look at the also called non or lesser sports or non-known sports in Ghana. They should look at it and they should try to invest, because some athletes out there, not just myself in swimming, but there's some athletes out there who are really training and putting their efforts into raising the country's flag, and nobody knows about them. So they should actually look out for these athletes and try to encourage them and give them potential.
Now, my last question is, you are a national star. Our COVID cases went down a bit now. There seems to be a spike. What advice would you give to Ghanaians, particularly your fellow swimmers? Because I know you have a very huge family within the swimming circle. What advice would you give to them?
I would say if you want to get back to training, you should take this very seriously. You should be able to distance yourself from others, keep social distances. Remember to wear your mask. Remember to wash your hand or use sanitizers when you have to.
Thank you very much, Abeiku Jackson, and congratulations once again.
Thank you.
So it has been Sports Check and Abeiku. We just finished our interaction with him. So we'll come your way with another edition. My name is Perez Ezwa Kwao. Bye-bye.